Welcome students. In this class we will discuss searching. Searching is very important operation in every application. As we all know, every application supports searching, search by name, search by roll number, search by marks, etc. To give this functionality to your application, you have to write code for searching. And to write code for searching, you have to understand what is search and how to perform search. There are basically two types of searches: linear search and binary search. We will discuss both of them here. Linear search. Now, what is linear search? Suppose we have a list of n numbers. Here is a number 10, 5, 8, 13, 20. Suppose there are n numbers in the list and we have to search a number which is 9 in the list. This is the search key which we have to search in this list. Suppose we have to search this element in this list. In linear search, what we will do, we will compare our search key with each and every element in the linear way. We will go on comparing our search key with first element, zeroth index, then first index, then second index, then third, then fourth, and last, if any. If we found our search key in the list, then we return location of that element. In linear search, what we will do, we will compare our search key with each and every element of the list, and if found, we will return the location of that number in the list. If search key is not present in the list, as is the case here, what we will do, we will return a message or an alert message showing item is not present in the list. Now, how to write the code in Python for this linear search? It is very easy. We initialized a variable which is referring to this list. Then we input a search key from the user. Then in this for loop, what we are doing, we are iterating each and every element that is there in the list and compare it against search key. If found, we return the message item found at location and location I of the element. If found, we will break from the for loop, and after executing this statement, where we will go after this else. This for and else is one construct. And suppose we are searching for element 97, then what will happen? Search key is 97 here. Then we will iterate for 10, 18, 22, 24, 27, 57, 93, 97, 97. As we have not found our search key in the list, else will execute here, else of the for loop. Else is not of if construct, else is for loop. It will execute only when this sequence, this iterable will not give us any output. Else will execute and it will print item not found at in the list. This answer. Now, what are the limitations of this linear search? Firstly, necessity for this linear search, list could be in any order. It can be in increasing order, it can be in decreasing order. List can be in any order. Order of the list is not requisite for performing linear search. Then its disadvantage. What is its disadvantage? We keep on searching for the search key in the entire list. We can't predict without completing our search for the entire list that item is present in the list or not. Means we must compare each and every element for the search key to have our search result completed. This is the limitation of linear search. But if our list cannot be sorted, suppose there is a case when our list cannot be sorted, we must have to perform linear search. Only linear search is applicable where items are not in sorted order. In the next search, here I have written code using function. What we are doing, we have written the code for the search in this function and our main code in this part. Here we have initialized the variable L with this list. We are getting the search key from here. Here we are calling which statement will execute first. Firstly this statement will execute, then this will execute, then this statement will execute, then this statement will execute. Linear search call to this function, then statement will go, control will go here. L, now A and L are pointing to the same list. K is referring to search key. Now for I in range, if item is present, we will use return here instead of break. It will return the value of I and control to this statement. If search is successful, return I. If search is not successful, we will return a flag variable which is indicating search is not successful, means item is not present in the list. We can use any negative number here. Only minus is of importance here. Value is not important. I have compared log equal to -1. You can also write log less than 0. This is more suitable. You can write here. This is a flag variable which is used, which I used here to indicate item is not present in the list. Then we write if log is not less than 0, then what I will do, I will print the message item found at location, which will be returned from here. This was the implementation of linear search using function. Then binary search. Here comes the binary search. What is binary search? Here we are also performing search, simple search, but what are the prerequisites of the binary search? Prerequisite of the binary search is that items in the list must be in sorted order, either in increasing order or in decreasing order. Binary search is equivalent to dictionary search. What we will do in searching a word in dictionary. Suppose you have to search a word mammoth in dictionary. What we will do? We will open dictionary in center. In any page we will open dictionary. If we found element mammoth, word mammoth in that location, what we will do? We will return the we will get the meaning of the word. If we open the page where there is word which is from P, we know our word lies before P. What we will do? We will shift our end location from main end to the page we have opened. This search is equivalent to dictionary search. I will show how. Suppose we have a list of elements which are 10, 5, 2, 18, 15. Can we perform binary search on this list? No. Why? Because these items are not in sorted order. Here the items are in decreasing, then again increasing, then again decreasing. We have to sort the elements in the list in order to perform binary search. As we all know, in dictionary, all the letters, all the words that are there in dictionary are in increasing order. That's why we are performing binary search on the dictionary. We can't perform binary search. We would not be able to perform binary search if the words in the dictionary are not in ascending order. We must have to perform linear search where there is not predefined order for the elements. How binary search is done? Firstly, we have to sort the elements of the list. I am sorting this list to 5, 10, 15 and 18. Now the items of the list are in sorted order. Now I will initialize two pointers, beginning or first and last or end. Beginning will point to the start of this list, this is beginning, and this is end. End will point to the last element, which is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. End is pointing to, and we also need a pointer which is referring to the mid of the list, which is beginning plus end by 2. 0 plus 4 we get 2. Here lies our mid. What we will do in binary search, we will compare our search key with this mid element. If our element, suppose we are searching for element 4, our search key is 4 here, we will compare this 4 with this mid of the list. If our variable is equal to this, then we will return the result item found at location, which is 2, item present at, which is not the case here. We are searching for 4 and 4 lies to the left side of this mid. What we will do, we will change the position of end to to the element before the mid. Now end's position is changed to 1. Again mid is calculated. Now we will see in the next slide. Suppose we have elements 2, 5, 10, 15, 18. What we will do, we will initialize beginning to 0 and to last element 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have initialized and to 4. Then mid is calculated by beginning plus end by 2. We will use floor division here. Remember floor division. Suppose we have two middle elements. What we will do, we will this is convention, either use the left element or right element. I will choose this, you can also choose this, doesn't matter. Suppose we are searching for an element which is 4 in this list. What happens here, beginning is pointing to 0, end is pointing to 4. Now we have calculated mid. 0 plus 4 by 2 gives us 2. Now mid is referring to this element which is done. Now firstly search will be compared with this element. If our search key is less than this mid element, what we will do, we will change the location of our mid to this element. If our search key is greater than, if search key would be 12, what we will do, we will change the position of our beginning to point an element which is ahead of mid, right? Now what we will do, we will change the position of end to this 5. Now our beginning is pointing to 0 as in the previous case. Now end has changed its location from 4 to 1. Now we will again calculate mid, which is beginning plus end by 2. Beginning plus end, what it is, 1, and by 2 gives us 0. It is 0.5 whose floor is 0. Our mid is also pointing to 0. Now our mid is also pointing to 0. What we will do, we will keep on comparing our mid to the search key. If our search key के if our mid element at mid position is equal to search key, what we will do, we will return the location of that element. But in this case our search key is greater. Now what we will do, we will change the position of our beginning. Now beginning will move ahead of mid. Now beginning is moved to where beginning will be moved ahead of mid, which is 1, because mid is 0 here. And where is end? End is on 5, end is on 1, and it is pointing to 5, which is 1. Pointer is at location 1. Where is mid? Mid is on, mid will be calculated here. Mid will also point to 1. What happened here is also compared with search key. Search key is less. Now our end will move. End will move in which direction? Because it is less. Our end will be mid minus 1, which is 0. Now again in the next iteration our beginning will be on 1, end will be on 0. This is the terminating condition for our binary search. When this will happen, it is the indication that item is not present in the list. Again I am showing you what is there. There are 2 pointers, beginning and end, which are pointing to the first and last element of the list, and we have another pointer which is mid, which will point to the mid element of the list. We will keep on comparing mid element with the search key. If item is less than the mid, we change the position of our end. If item search key is greater than mid, we change the position of our beginning. What we will do, if our this is taking its some time. Okay, what we will do, if our search key is equivalent to item at mid, for the time being I am writing mid. If search key is equivalent to mid, what we will do, we will return the location of that item, which is mid here. If search key is less than mid, what we will do, we will change the position of our end, because we know items lies in this position only. If search key is greater than, what we will do, we will change our interest list, because we know if search key is greater than mid, it will lie here. If search key is less than mid, it will lie here. Remember which pointer you have to change. If mid is greater than search key or search key is less than mid, we will change the position of our end. If search key is greater than mid, we will change the position of our beginning. This is crucial for this binary search. And why this algorithm is called binary search? It is called so because it divides our list into 2 parts, into 2 exclusive parts which it has to search. That's why it is called binary search. Binary means 2, and it divides our list in 2 parts. That's why it is binary search. If search key is less than mid, what we will do, we will change our end to point at mid minus 1. if search key is greater than mid, what we will do, we will change our beginning to point at mid plus 1. I think it is clear. Now moving on to the code, binary search code. What we are doing, we have taken a list, we are getting a search key, we are setting our beginning pointer to point to the first element, end pointer to point at the last element. Location is by default at point 0, at 0. This is the loop which is performing binary search. This is the condition. I have showed you the terminating condition, which is this: when beginning will get greater than end. This is the terminating condition for this algorithm. We keep on why this mid is not present here, because we have to calculate mid each time beginning and end get changed. This is the floor division here. We are calculating mid using beginning plus end by 2. If search key is equal to list of mid, then it will return location, which is mid, and it will break out of the loop. It will go to the next statement of the else. Else is also the construct of while. Now if search key is less than item at mid, it will change the position of end, and if it is greater, which is represented by the else construct, beginning will be moved. I think you have understood what this binary search is. If you have any doubt, you can share your doubt with me through any medium. And now I am giving you the assignment to write code of binary search using function. Binary search using functions. You have understood binary search and linear search. I suggest you to understand and write the code by yourself. Binary search and linear search, and take array or list yourself. For binary search, what we have to do, we have to first, suppose you take a list 5, 10, 2, 4. You can't perform binary search on this list. Why? Because this list is not in sorted order. To get this list in sorted order, first you have to perform list dot sort, then L will get sorted, then you can perform binary search on this. If your list cannot get sorted, you must have to perform linear search on. Only search that is applicable on the case where list cannot be sorted is linear search. Remember this point, this is most important. And thank you.